And we are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm Crunk Chocolate. I'm here with the show, bro. Sharpie Charlie here for another week of the Lid Stream. How's it going, show, bro?
Bro, it has been a day, okay? From the moment I woke up, it has been a day.
I knew something was wrong because I had like 6 messages, like already just from like different platforms, just messages. And I was like, what is happening? Why? What? And yeah, the news. Yeah. So
Can I go through this real quick?
Please.
So I wake up and I have the Man City app as a lot of City supporters do. And you see the comments, it's like from Therese and talking about the club, the supporters, the players, blah, blah, coaches. I'm like, okay, I might open this. But then I'm like, you know what? Let me go to X and see what happens. What do I see on X? MCFW, FCW, Extra. Tom Jerry says Bunny Shaw is not coming back. Whoa. What do you mean?
Then we just won the title. We just won the trophy.
Confirmed. Like, we did it. It was done Wednesday. It was done like yesterday, same day. And then it was like, no, now the story's out because 2 weeks ago we saw the link with Chelsea. We were like, this is pressure. This will get the deal done. Lauren Hemp signed late April, right?
Yeah,
What's up, Sauce Steve? Hey, we got time. And then the calendar turned to May. How are you feeling, bro? How are you feeling right now?
I am honestly, I'm not great. I legit worked at maybe 40% capacity today. Like I legit thought about using a sick day. Like I legit thought about that. And I was like, no, I got this. And I had multiple people be like, are you okay? And it's because I'm usually like I'm laughing and stuff like that, and everybody's just like, you're just around. What's going on? And I was like, it's nothing. It's soccer stuff. Okay, now listen.
Since you asked, let me tell you what my club did.
And they're like, oh, Roy name. Oh, I almost said my name.
Oh, under wraps. Those who don't know, but yeah, man.
Bunny got me real shook. Bunny almost got me real shook. Almost got me to
Bunny got me mad as hell at the whole city organization. We'll talk about it as people come onto the chat, but yeah, man. It led me to get this new beverage. I was at Target getting some things. I said I need drinks for the lit stream, so I have a Lagunitas Uncensored Punch. Good old 9%, very light. Yeah, it's not
9% light.
I'm light isn't like it's not like a heavy beer. It's not like an IPA or something.
9%
it's
is
punch.
Very heavy, my friend. Oh, you meant like type of beer? Okay, I get
yeah, type of beer. Yeah. Not like a double IPA or something. Not hoppy. It's just like it gets the job done. And boy, you're gonna get some clips tonight because I have some things to say.
I'm drinking on whatever this is. It's supposedly.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's it's on sale. It's doing the job. It's doing the thing. So.
Let's bring some friends in, man.
Let's bring our friends. I don't know what happened to Dagan. But we will bring in the other two, Steven and Nati.
Hello.
There we go.
What up?
How's it going, you two? How are we feeling?
You know what? We're feeling pretty good. We are feeling way less stressed now. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you.
Natty just speaks for herself. I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
There we go.
It's okay. So let's. And the craziest thing is, I think it's if Crystal Palace also make. Oh, there we go. Here's Dagan. If Crystal Palace make the final themselves, then I believe the 6th spot becomes a Champions League spot also. So top 6 get Champions League, and then 7 gets Europa, and then 8th gets Conference League. Well, that makes it even 1, that means Bournemouth could be in the Champions League. That means Brentford could be in the Europa, and then I don't remember who's behind them in eighth.
Hey, he's right there.
I think someone here can tell you.
Hi, it's Brighton guy. Brighton.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
You
were at 6 before this weekend.
Hey, those bees, man, everywhere. So many bees. Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth, just taking over the world.
Yeah, all those non-Barclays bees.
Disruptors.
Get them out of the Premier League. Get them out of the Premier League. They don't belong here.
Man, get out of here, Devin.
You know Devin, and you know that is never what he does.
Listen, you had y'all's moment yesterday.
I know, right?
Let
them have their feelings. You know, not everyone can be.
Literally, we are on the cusp of replacing Tottenham in the Big Six, and this is how you treat me.
That's a great point. That is a great point. We do need a sixth person. Come on to the party.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Brentford. It's going to be Brentford.
Come on, man. I thought we were cool. This is
yeah, it really do be like that.
Dagan, like, what team do you think? Who could be the others? Who could be the new six?
Villa.
Oh, you
to
are.
To be honest,
Villa.
it's Villa right
okay.
now.
I thought you were gonna be like Brighton.
That's not me being like anything. That's me being real. Like,
I mean, right now it's Villa.
It is Villa
until proven otherwise. I hate.
Yeah, Unai's got something going. Yeah.
I mean, considering how much like the core of this squad has been around, and like this is actually something that they were talking about post game on one of the broadcasts that like caught my interest because like you see a lot of this go on where like, you know, obviously you have your big six people or teams that have the ability to spend the amount of coin that they have in order to bring in this top talent, and then they turn it around and do like this miracle year. But like Unai has had to deal with a lot of financial issues. He's also taken the core of this team from 2022 to 2026, which is like in soccer years, 4 years of having the same core people in your team. That's enough to just like carve them into the machine that they are. You know what I mean? And so we're just seeing that happen in real time now that most of them, our midfield is like, but like most of them are healthy.
It's long enough that Douglas Luiz was the key cornerstone, left, and now came back and is a role player.
Yeah,
just pretty interesting. They really built the squad.
Oh, it's been really fun. And like I said, we've lost a couple of pieces with, but
I think it's
same course there. We still have our midfield issues. Devin needs to. He's just really upset that we're not talking about Arsenal anymore.
No, because when we mention them, he says rent free. So we're gonna try to avoid that club the entire stream.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's okay with that.
Should we like treat them like Macbeth? Just don't say that. Or sorry, don't say the name of the show.
Yeah, like all the like 3 named ghouls and curses. You know. Bloody Mary, Candyman.
Wait, can we talk about what Devin just said in the chat? Because I genuinely don't know if I've ever seen one player cause his teammate to have a concussion, like a traumatic brain injury for Fabrizio Romano.
He split his head, bro.
Beat his ass. Okay, so this is what my question is with all of that stuff. We're talking about the Real Madrid drama. I don't know if everybody is caught up.
Tell me who whooped who.
Chouameni whooped the shit out of Valverde.
Chouameni came in and did a really heavy tackle on him on a practice, and then he apologized, but Valverde didn't take the apology. So then for the rest of the practice, he was trying to take him out, and it just really didn't work. So then the next day they get back at it. It's so bad. Arbeloa tries to put them on the same team to get them to like squash. Well, if you're on the same team, you can't trip each other, right? So instead, they're closer to each other. So they start fighting.
Theoretically.
Get along, shirt.
It's like brother and sister. When they start fighting, you put them like together. You like put them in the same pants or whatever you do, and those like ABC Family Mass movies. But
Get
so the practice get finished, and then they start physically fighting in the locker room after training. People go to try to break them up, and in all that jumble, he got knocked down by Chouameni, smashed his head split open. He had to be taken to the hospital. And then also, there's more. Mbappe is dating Vinny Jr.'s dream girl.
Oh, that's where the rift came in.
Yeah.
And there, in the third part, there's a petition of over 30 million signatures by Madridistas that want Mbappe out of the club.
Well, and it's
30
funny,
million was last
sides.
I checked.
There's both. There's one for Vinny, get Vinny out, and get Mbappe out. And but Mbappe is, his nickname is like Dictator Mbappe. Like, shit is getting crazy there right now. It's hilarious.
And I found a graphic where it's like a Civil War meme from like Avengers, and you have like all the French players on one side and then the rest of the world on the other. And I'm like, that's exactly how it lines up. And it makes perfect sense. 4 Frenchmen, and then Brazil, England, Argentina. It's so entertaining. It's just so good.
These guys were too good, too young, and didn't go to regular kid school to experience all the normal middle school things. They're just going through it now. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's
1,000%. Oh yeah, no, they're
development.
stuck. Well, and you knew it was. What
I saw some of like the drama. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Oh no, I was just saying that I saw some of the drama on there, but like how much of it is like actually like the team does, like is there really like a foundational of like truth to the whole like Mbappe is like not liked by anyone in the locker room? You know what I mean? Or is it just like hearsay? I'm trying to gauge what
it is interesting. I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's very similar to like the stuff at PSG. There were always similar rumors about him at PSG. We saw how PSG, like literally, France was paying him to stay at PSG. He had the country paying him money to stay in France. Like, that's insane. So, like, I mean, once you kind of do something like that, everything else is out the window. Like that's my opinion. Obviously, it's all drama. But also, I feel like it's very possible. Like, did you then see the video today of they captured Mbappe leaving, like immediately driving out of the parking lot, and he's just like cackling, laughing, like literally, like
we had the same reaction because I was dying. Because here's the thing: for those that don't know, Valverde is Uruguayan. He's not Argentinian, but apparently he has like an Argentinian wife. And somebody made a meme, and it was like Valverde's Argentinian wife looking at him after he got beat up by that black man. And it's just like, it was the guy from The Boys. Just like disgusted. Like, how dare you?
Oh my God.
So I won't go into the history lesson about, the colorism within South America, but you can look it up. But I think what happened is this. Mbappe leaves PSG. What do they do right away? Champions League. What do they do the next year? Go to another Champions League final. He gets to Real Madrid. The year before he got there, they won a Champions League. Since he's been there, no trophies. And 2 seasons with no trophies for Real Madrid is a catastrophic situation where they're even thinking about bringing back Jose Mourinho. Like, that's how crazy things are in 2026, the year of our Lord, where Donald Trump is doing what he's doing in America, and Jose Mourinho might be a Madrista this summer. Who would have saw this coming?
I think that Jose Mourinho is the fucking answer here.
And I'd broker that trade.
I will have my popcorn.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, that drama, it really does put things slightly in perspective. But yeah, it's so many personalities and giant egos. We know that about these people, and that's why we saw with the Galacticos forever ago. It's just too many good players who also want the ball all on the same team. And if any of them mess up or waste a chance, they're gonna be like, "That was a chance I could have wasted. How dare you?" So it's Real Madrid is a wild place. Yeah.
Not to big up City, but is that a sign of how good Cherky is? Because it seems like everybody, including Pep, understands that he's the guy that ought to have the ball as much as possible to create. in a team full of world-class talents, right? Like, it just seems like they want to feed him the ball all of a sudden as much as possible.
What do you think, Steven?
Yes. Yeah, what do you think?
I think with City, each player does something different, whereas with Real, it's a little different. Everybody wants the ball because they want the sun on them. Whereas there's no true leader at Real, whereas at City, it's Pep.
It's fair. That makes sense.
And what I would add to that is Cherky's so great. He came in and relegated Phil Foden back to a squad player. Like that's really what happened this season. The squad player who just got a new contract, which is nice for him. Happy for him. Long time club servant. But yeah, like it's interesting when Pep, he was slow to kind of give Cherky the full reins of like, hey, go do this. And he set him for a while. And he, had the injury at the start of the season, basically said, get in shape. And you see now he's, I think, broken the debut assist record or is really close to doing that in Premier League. He pulls the strings for the team. I do think, though, that, like, and this is just the beginning, right? Like, he can get so much better. But if this is your starting point, we're in a really good place.
Yeah. They said what I was thinking. It is what it is. I mean, there's hot hands. They give everyone. Also, Cherky wants it. The biggest thing that I hear, like Pep talk about when it comes to Cherky, is just making sure he's 100% in 100% of the time, because he gets on the ball, but you can still tell that he's dicking around. A perfect example is Everton. Like, bro, touch the ball every 2 seconds.
Like, yeah. He's very what's it called? He's very showboaty, which is like something I feel like we don't really have anymore.
Which is
and
great.
Like I'm kind of like, as just like, this is me being just like an objective person to this. Like, obviously I don't like City. Like, I'm,
obviously, dang,
whatever, till I die, sure, whatever, etc. But like from an outside perspective, just like completely like outside of that, I'm like, okay, I'm interested in seeing a player like this who can actually like play a dribble game. And like, we have a Mo Salah who's now going to be leaving the league, or at least leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. So like, where do we get the next big personality to come from? And I think Cherky is a really interesting guy to start like watching, sort of like step into that like archetype. You know what I mean? In a place where like Phil Foden he had a fuck ass haircut, and he still does. And I don't think he deserves to have any of the limelight because of it. So let's give it to Cherky. I'm in it. I'm in that.
Oh, have you noticed? You haven't seen Phil Foden's hair lately? He embraced his whiteness. Like, he went home.
Does he still have the stupid cut in his eyebrow? Like, I don't
think he does any. Oh, he does still have the cut in the eyebrow. Okay, I understand.
99% sure.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. But he doesn't have like the waves and stuff like that anymore. So like, he's gotten that stuff out.
He might have had the Riz at one point, or like he thought he did, and like I would agree with you because he was getting the start, but now he's just a freaking bench warmer, so like whatever. But to the chat's point, I do want to also talk about the women's on that side, and I would like to join in my condolences for the loss of Bunny Shaw.
I thought we were talking about the WSL Championship, not Bunny Shaw.
Oh, well.
You're like, I want to join the conversation, and I want to. And I was going to say, in my brain, I heard congratulate, and you're like, commiserate. And I was like, about what? Us win? Oh.
Yeah.
It really kind of spoiled shit. Yeah. Like,
yes,
I'm just saying, like, it was that timing is awful.
Steven, how do you feel about the situation? I'll reserve my comments for a moment.
I don't know. I mean, it sucks. Bunny's been such an integral part to the success and growth of the Man City women's side, but it sucks. I mean, don't want to see her go, obviously, but and I felt like that for years with so many players on the side, it seems like so many great players have come through the women's side and have gone on to bigger. I don't want to say bigger and better things, but
I mean,
they go to bigger clubs. They go to Bayern Munich. They have gone to Arsenal, which is a bigger women's side.
Yeah.
And it just sucks.
Chelsea, Barcelona. Yeah.
Chelsea, Barcelona, exactly. And it prevents the growth of and sustainability of the women's team.
Totally agree. And Devin's in the chat as an Arsenal fan, and he knows what this is like, right? Because we got Miedema on a free. Like the leading scorer in the history of the league. We got her on a free. Second year we win the league. But the difference is Bunny Shaw is definitely, I believe, objectively a better player than Miedema right now. I would call her the best striker in the world. And you've chosen to say, hey, yeah, the number that was out there is $1 million. You're saying that Bunny Shaw isn't worth $1 million, even though she is by far the best goal scorer in the league, in the country. And then you are competing in Champions League next year. So either you have some type of plan that none of us can see coming. You're playing 4D chess, and you got this huge signing in the books that's going to be cheaper than Bunny, but just as talented. Or you're saying, from my mind and the way I see life as a black man, this black woman isn't worth it. However, on the other side of the club, again, let's give it to mediocre Phil Foden for his service in the past, not for what he's done currently, but for past service. This is nothing about a recent success or recent production because it hasn't been there. And I was,
it's not cumulative. You have to measure.
And I believe the phrase somebody said to me on X today was, Phil, he's had mental health issues, and he's stuck with the club, and the club stuck with him. And I was like, that's great, but in the business of sport, it's about production, and I don't see how you get a raise or don't get to just play out the contract, because Bunny had to play out her contract. And so I just want fairness on both sides, because we would never let Erling Haaland leave on a free. You would never see that happen in Man City. They would just sell him for something versus do that. So that's the part that really hurt me.
It leads me to believe that there might be and I don't know much on the City side of things, but there must be some sort of discontent, maybe something's going on in the coaching admin side of things that players aren't agreeing with, maybe they're getting iced out. I don't know about any of that. So that's just me also asking if you have any background on that, because there's no way that you don't offer Bunny Shaw another contract. You're 110% correct.
So what I am hearing, also Bunny Shaw and Miedema are the same age. I don't know why I thought Miedema was older.
They're not even 30 yet.
Yeah. So what I have heard, because people were hating on Beth Mead because she is rumored to be coming to Man City, and a couple people were like that deal hasn't already been agreed to, like Bunny to Chelsea. So to me, that says they had already agreed. So that's money that could have went to Bunny that now can't go to Bunny, and she's even being forced to be like, if you don't sign, we have Beth Mead. Oh my! How do we go from Bunny Shaw, like Sharpie is saying, this goal-scoring maverick, what she can do on the ball, or hold-up play, or distribution? She's not the fastest, but she has pace to her. To now, Miedema and Beth Mead, who looks like she's running backwards, and we have Lauren Hemp, who is so fast. We have Carolyn and Abu Fajina, who are so fast. They're gonna get up the pitch and then just have to wait.
But see, I don't see Beth Mead as a striker. I don't think she's ever she's always been on the outside.
Miedema will move up.
Yeah, Miedema moves up,
and she'll be behind
for sure. And then the other thing I thought about, because she can do this, is Mary Fowler, possibly, right? I'm trying to think of now solutions, right? Young Margaret, yeah. Young Mark is real. Here's the thing. The Beth Mead part of this rumor doesn't hurt me as much as the Katie McKay part.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe she makes the left back position that much better than Alex Greenwood or Lilo Hobby, who's leaving. because she's 30, and I believe that 30-year-old fullbacks aren't that good because they're not as fast. But I will say this: the only person who City could bring in, whose contract ends, that is 22 years old and amazingly fast, has all the technique, all the talent. She plays for a club in Barcelona. Salma Parayuela. She's out of contract June 30th. That is the only player in the world that if Therese could bring her into she does the signature, I'll wake up to that notification, I'd be like, I'm back in. Literally the only player in the world. Don't give me anybody else because she has the age profile, she has the ability, she has the pace, she has the pedigree, winning everything for Spain and Barcelona.
She's still young, so you don't have to worry about paying that much. Yeah.
Yeah. And there'll be a raise from what she got at Barcelona. And even Putellas might leave Barcelona. She's linked with London City now. So that's the only player that I'm just like, this would salvage something. I'm sorry, Nat.
Yeah. No, I said that you give her a long contract at that point, and you just lock her in, and she just becomes the next club legend. That's literally how you have to plan those things. Like, I feel like that's kind of even on like, just to allude to it on like the NWSL side, like that's kind of what they've lined Jaden Shaw up on Gotham. Like they want to continue this dynasty that they have going. They're going to try to lock in the talent for as long as they can to then make that baseline and then like continue searching for those like trophies and everything. It makes sense. But like that's also you saying like, oh well, they're that would be too smart. Like that's too intelligent of them to do. So like
I know. And what's Therese, and we can move on after this, but Therese has done a really good job of so far, and just this, and that's the conversation that a lot of people are being like, they're like, Therese has done all of this, she made the right decision of getting rid of Taylor, she found Jeggy, brought in on blah blah blah, and it's like I understand all this stuff, but Bunny is more than just a goal scorer to me, to all of my show bros on the pod. Like what she represents to us, like being able to see the head of City's attack, the face of the team being a Black woman, being a Jamaican, like she, so much of who she is feels familiar. And in English football, that at times proudly shows that this game is not for me as an American or a Black man. It is really nice to have a player like Bunny Shaw to be able to look at and be like, my club does care about representing me. And then they make this decision. So yeah, that's really what has me down about it. I mean, I thought I was bad, but Tom is really hurting it too. So yeah, it's
bereft.
Yeah, let's get to something a little funnier. I don't want to talk about Chelsea FCW pipeline. That is not happening. Actually, Dagan, I want to hear about this. Let's talk about some Scottish football. Hearts atop of the Scottish Premier League. Okay, so like, why is this such a big deal? Are you like, is it just simply because you're a Hearts fan, or is it like a historical deal?
I mean, it's all of the above. Which obviously, Tony Bloom is the Brighton owner. He bought a 29% ownership stake in Hearts.
Okay.
Look up the 41-year reign of the old firm. Celtic and Rangers have won every title for 41 consecutive years, and the thought was, we're building towards something, and Tony Bloom,
that's insane,
and Jamestown Analytics have done their work and brought in some unheralded players and have produced incredible results, and now we're 3 matches away from winning the Scottish Premier League, or Premiership, I should say, which is really exciting. And as a Brighton fan, our fans want it to happen overnight. It's obviously tougher to pull that off, but he's done it at USG in the Belgian league, and now if he does it in Scotland, that's going to be another sort of impressive notch for Tony Bloom. And Tony Bloom's a great guy, so I'm happy for him, happy for his success, and obviously, I feel like any success for him is success for our club, and so that I'm behind it. I'm with it. I've been backing him all year. I got a jersey right away as soon as he bought a stake in the club. I was like, "Yep, I'm in. I'm all in on Hearts." And they have a sweet. It's a great badge too. If you haven't seen the Hearts badge,
Their kits are great. I love them.
Well, you would like the color, I guess.
It works.
To be fair,
Heart of Midlothian. For those that don't know, they play Celtic the last match of the season
they do.
at Celtic. That's going to be crazy.
Oh,
When I first saw the story, I was like, "You heard of the old firm? You get into football, you know Rangers and Celtic, or you hear about it, and they do generally go back and forth, whatever." So when this started happening around like February, I was like, "Wait, who is this club?" I didn't even know there was a third Scottish club. Nobody else matters. It's just Celtic, Rangers, and everybody else. And now everybody else came up, so it's really cool. It reminds me of like when I got in the Premier League, and the first thing I saw was, "Wait, is Leicester City going to win the Premier League?" And you kind of follow it that season. And you're like, it can be done. It's extremely rare, but it's possible. So to see this is like pretty crazy.
Pumped.
Oh yeah, no, these Hearts kits are nice. Which one did you get? The home, away, or third?
Oh, I got an older one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went
that's nice.
found an older kit. Nielsen was a right back that later became a manager, and he's still managing somewhere. But I just thought that was like, which is cool. And it's my daughter's number 2, and so I was like, yeah, I'm there.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You guys know that's the whole reason I follow this. I will say, Nat, she's a Brighton fan along with me, but she does also like City, and her favorite player maybe has a little bit of Riz, Phil Foden, because she does think he's cute. So I don't know. I'm not just saying.
Couldn't be me. I'm sorry.
Well, Nati does not feel that way.
No. Judgment is evolving.
Yeah, no, he's a sweet guy. He likes to fish.
I think Phil Foden is up there on my list of people who I really don't like in the Premier League. But fortunately for everyone, Tati Castellanos is back in the Premier League, which means that he now has the most punchable face in all of the Premier League.
So you spoken like a true RB.
That hate is deep,
man.
Yeah,
I don't know. Jordan Pickford would like a word.
He played for
well,
New
Jordan
York
Pickford,
FC
yes,
once.
obviously Jordan Pickford, but like Tati Castellanos, former NYCFC, also former Lazio. Yeah,
that's fair.
I would like to see his face hit turf, just personally.
I mean, he does kind of do that a lot when he plays for West Ham. So you get what you asked for.
Sorry, Irons. I'm okay with like West Ham. Obviously I love Phil. I love West Ham despite them stealing our colorway. But
West Ham is everyone's favorite team this week. Have we discussed that?
No, because we are not talking about who they are playing. So
that's irrelevant.
Crump, why not? Why can't we do it, Crump?
Getting Spurs. Forget the
okay, that's fine. I'll just sit in silence.
I mean, here's the thing: their women helped our women, right? Because they were so bad in midweek. So I'm happy with the Arsenal women, and then the Arsenal men. They got pressure now. Are they really going to show up and do what they're supposed to do? Or they're going to drop points and let us right back into it like they've done 3 times this year. So, anything's possible. Anything. They could play 2 banks of 5 against West Ham. C-Rex, love them. But yeah, man, like I got hope for West Ham. Callum Wilson winner. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
I like that call. I can get behind that.
I would love to see. That would be so funny. That would be absolutely comedy. Oh my God.
Devin, you should hop on, bro. Like, what y'all doing, man? You winning a double now, Devin?
Yeah.
Are you gonna win a double?
All
What's
he's
up?
doing is trying to pick fights in chat.
That's what he does. He never wants to come on, but Devin's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat just talking shit. It's cool though. It's cool.
That's the keyboard warrior right there.
It's great. No, he's hilarious. He's very funny. Right? Never trust a man to win it all, bestie. That's sage advice right there.
That's true. And you know what? That's why I got my Gothams.
It's is
Carrot.
Like again, since we're just talking about all the teams that I don't enjoy. I do this. So the coaching situation all in general in the Premier League is very interesting. There's Michael Carrick at Man United. Will they keep him? Will they go somewhere else? What's going to happen with Marco Silva at Fulham, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace, Areola. I was trying to remember his first name, didn't work. Areola, and the rumor he's going to be going to Crystal Palace. I think that is silly. It's so silly it doesn't feel real because one, you go to a team who will spend more, and the reason why Glasner is leaving Crystal Palace in the first place is because they are refusing to spend. And in fact, they're like selling his players, or they're just letting them go on free. It's just bad business. And that's because the Crystal Palace owner is also a Crystal Palace supporter. So he just always like believes in it and that they could get something going. So that's why they've like held on for players for too long. Yeah. Just shout out to him. So it's all interesting, I guess. Michael Carrick, I guess. Why, Steven, what are your thoughts on Michael Carrick? Has he moved you as a Manchester City?
I mean, as a blue-hearted citizen, I think I actually think Michael Carrick is the guy for United. I mean, he's shown that he has the mettle for Old Trafford and for the fans, and they've beaten. I believe they beat Arsenal off the top of my head. I believe they beat Liverpool off the top of my head. I did a lot of research coming into the show, as you can tell. But, he's beaten teams in front of him. I believe they ran 4 wins in a row a couple of times because I follow that stupid kid with the haircut.
He's still around? Media has truly banned him. I have not seen him like once.
I can see his hair from here in Phoenix, so that's how I can tell he's still around. You can't see my hair though; it's invisible, like
that's why I paired you and Sharpie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball brothers unite! Let's go. We do this.
Let's go.
All man quota, I think, for this episode.
There we go.
But no, he's winning games. He's getting the most out of his players. I mean, Kobe Mainoo's back in form. He's doing what he has to do. And, if he was at 19 other clubs in the Premier League, he would have a job next season. I think, this is just United thinking they're United of 20 years ago and thinking any manager should be thrilled with being the Manchester United manager. And, they're ignoring what's right in front of them. It's like an old rom-com where, you ignore the perfect person right in front of you and you go for something that, thank you, Amy. You ignore the perfect person in front of you and you shoot for the stars and you fall flat on your face. And I kind of hope they don't hire Michael Carrick as I talk through this now. And he's the caretaker manager again in 12 months.
This is reminding me of when they had Ollie, right? Ollie came in as caretaker or interim manager. He won games, got him in Champions League. He stayed. And remember that year they finished second. Like, he got them the best finish since Alex Ferguson left. Sir Alex Ferguson left. And so I think Carrick is he has more talent to work with now. I think this team, and when they're healthy, they do have pieces. And as much as I hate to say it, like, they did beat us. Like, I watched it happen in January, and they've gone on and stayed consistent. Those 3 players they signed in attack this year are starting to come true, and Cunha, Sesko, and Buemo. And so it's like, that's a talented side. And Bruno sadly could break KDB's record, and Henri's record, which really hurts. I hope he doesn't. But yeah, if they can shoot for the stars, like you said, Stephen, go after Xavi, go after somebody else, go after Areola, right? Like, start over. That's what's going to hurt them, right? They want to do the big name, but now you got to start over with a new philosophy and getting the right players. Whereas Carrick is like, you gave me these ingredients, let me make you a meal. It's like Chopped, right? Like, I'm just here and I'm going to figure it out. Versus, no, I need new ingredients. I need new things. I need organics. Like, no, he's like, I'll take it, whatever you got, and we can make this work. That's that Sir Alex Ferguson school he came from. So, Yeah, I hope he doesn't stay around, please.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's already built you a beautiful meal, and you're like, this is a 9, but I think I can get a 10 somewhere else. But I don't know where to get that or how to start building it, but I know it's out there somewhere.
Some I have to believe type shit.
Yeah, exactly, Natty.
Yeah, and the possibility that the cook will come to your table and set the whole table on fire. Right, like that's the thing. Is like while you're searching for the 10, you might not get anything remotely close to a 10. You might get another 2. Like that's, it is the sort of bird in the hand adage.
Yeah, you've got a better chance of getting another 10 hog than a
10.
There you go.
They've given us 10 hog and Amarim in less than 3 years. That is amazing. What a hit rate.
Wait, 10 hog was only 3 years ago?
Yeah, we lost the FA Cup to them 2 years ago. Yeah, and then Amarim came in right after. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Since this pod has started, bro, they had Ten Hag, Amarim, and Carrick.
Time just kind of like
Ten Hag
flies
was there
by.
at the start of last season, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like a whole lifetime ago. Like that is, I can only imagine if that's how I feel as a City fan. I can only imagine how it feels to be United. If only Ebony was here to answer that question for us. She would be able to answer that.
I mean, we're talking about Ten Hag. You guys are City fans with Pep. Like, I don't know. Carrick might have too much hair. Maybe that's the issue. Up the ball.
Hey, yeah. If he stays at United for any longer, that might change. That could change. It's who was it? Mason Mount said that they can win the league next year. It's like that's cute. I like that.
A man's got to have faith. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would hate for him to be like, "Yeah, we could finish third." That would suck as a supporter.
That's a good point. That's a solid point.
What kind of pace are they on with him? Like I don't know the numbers. I can try to put it.
I mean, they're in third. They're in third.
No, but they're in with Carrick. Like if
since he came.
Map that out like for a whole season, like where would they be? I feel like it would have
that's a great point.
They'd be pretty high, honestly.
They'd be up there with us in Arsenal since he came on. They've had a really great record, and because think about it, they've only played one game a week. They've had no other comps, which is a huge help when you're trying to get top 4. And he's maximized that since he came on. So credit to him. But if they kept up this pace, they would be pushing for sure.
I'm not sure when he joined, but they have 2 losses.
Wasn't it Derby his first game when they beat us?
Oh, I forgot.
That was the new manager bounce in January.
Oh, January. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. They just haven't played a lot of matches. Okay. But he's been there for a lot of months.
So, yeah, they've only had 2 losses since that time. And 2 losses, 2 draws. Yeah, 2 losses, 2 draws. So they're pretty good.
And 10 wins.
Yeah, pretty good.
So that's 2.29 per match.
Oh, you're talking top 2 for sure. Especially in this competitive Premier League.
Business man.
87-point pace, friends, an 87-point pace.
That will get you a title now in this most competitive PL ever. How do y'all feel like this as PL fans? Like I heard people say, like, "Oh, there are no great teams anymore." I'm like, have you seen this league? There might be like 2 easy wins in Wolves and Burnley, and the rest of them are like really tough, right?
Yeah. Look, sorry, this is a math question for me, but look at the payrolls. Say what you want, but relative to the talent around the world, like the money that's being spent on these guys is not an accident, and not every talent evaluator is wrong. These are the most talented players in the world. They're the highest paid players in the world, bar a few other clubs that have, commensurate talent. But across the league, 1 to, 18, you're looking at the very, very tip top. Among the top 30 clubs in the world, probably, or 15 in the Premier League. That's the truth.
And the country's so deep that for the first time in years, 2 promoted sides are going to stay on in Leeds and Sunderland. Like we haven't seen that in forever. Mm-hmm. And they just came in and said goodbye, Wolves or I guess it'll be West Ham or Spurs, which is, again, Spurs has a crazy payroll. It doesn't make sense with how much they spend, and now they're fighting for their lives.
That's why I want them to get relegated, because I just want to see all these championship sides going into that stadium and experiencing that. Like, that's going to be my favorite thing, is who are they playing? And I want to follow their social media for one weekend and just see all their players be like, oh my God, look at this place. Hand dryers.
Hand dryers.
It's not a fluke. They were 17th last year.
It was not good. They made a choice last year. At least they won a trophy.
They did
win a trophy. But they were not good. Yeah.
Which,
I
again,
want them to stay up.
Is a further testament to the depth and strength of the Premier League that they won a trophy, qualified for Champions League, and were 17th. Like that, and Forest is right on the threshold of making the final in the same, tournament this year. It got bounced today by, a strong Villa performance, which I'm sure was discussed.
We already have one Arsenal hater in here. We don't need more. But hello, Gabby.
Hey, Gabby.
Always good to
Hello.
see you, Gabby.
I'm happy to see that as well.
You're right. You're right. We don't deserve shit. It's
At
really
all.
terrible.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna get anybody to disagree with you.
Yeah, it's bad out here.
At least not us.
Yeah, there's no saving grace. There's nothing.
No.
Like, I mean, yeah, we could beat Chelsea this weekend and win a double. But again, I'm counting down Bunny's final matches. She has 2 or 3 matches left in the City shirt. Like, that's it. I hope it's 3.
Also,
I hope it's another trophy.
That Gotham's greed is biblical. Like, Chelsea's greed as a women's team is like literally just like pot of greed over here. Like, I don't really like. I'm a Villa fan, a Villa supporter. Like, obviously, I really wish that our women's side was a little bit better staffed, like a little bit more considered, like your Chelsea's, like your Man Cities. Hopefully we'll get there at some point. But like, when I see things like that, I'm just like, well, damn, like leave some for the rest of us.
You know their front three is going to be Alyssa Thompson, Bunny Shaw, and Lauren James. What the hell do you do with that?
That's
like that.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. You just say, "Hey, let's go to Jamaica, America, England."
Literally that. It's biblical type greed. It's freaking crazy.
It all comes back to Brighton for me. But did you guys see the big Brighton women's team news this week?
What happened? Oh, the new stadium, right?
Stadium.
Mm-hmm. First
huge
dedicated
women's
stadium in Europe. So proud of my club. So proud of my club. It was like, it's amazing.
That's awesome, dude.
You set the standard.
Really, really cool. It's nice also on top of a huge week where we've got some amazing results. Or a huge month, I should say.
I mean, you all took 4 points off of City and Chelsea. I mean, City and Arsenal. Sorry, like nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
Shout out to Haley, like that striker, American.
And if you want to throw in United too. Oh, Haley's American. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, beast. Like been roughing up people, going at back lines. I mean, we saw what they did at City, and I was like, oh, I was not prepared. Fran Kirby, the founder of youth. Yeah. What the hell? Like,
See, that's a good point. Is that the Bunny Shaw Revenge Tour is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
I can't say that post. So I mean, I'll play it, but if I say it out loud, I got an Ayo after.
She said Jen said she hosts Bunny stuffs it down City's throat every time they play City. Because again,
disclaimer,
not me.
Smart.
Man, that's gonna be scary because Jay Rose and Alice Greenwood or Rebecca Canat, God bless you. Like, you don't want those problems. They deal with that in training. Can you imagine in a real game where there's no whole bar, where like Bunny is just going full on?
And Chelsea get away with a lot, respectfully. Like, they are a very physical team. And you get, but also, hey, Bunny might finally get calls. She might finally get calls.
Wait. Is Myra Ramirez still in the contract? Is she coming back?
She is, but she's gone.
She might be leaving, right? Like, she's on the way out.
I don't even think she's been in London, honestly.
Yeah. Because that would be unfair to put. Can you imagine a front two, like old school 4-4-2, and you just put Myra and Bunny together?
That would be a lot of bully ball. That would be a lot of bully ball.
Hey, just go for corners every time. Every time.
Literally just kick the ball up the pitch and let them just figure it out. Oh, God, that's going to be awful.
Yeah, Brighton women, last 6 in all comps. Draw Liverpool, win Leicester away, win over Arsenal away in the FA Cup to advance to the semis, win over City home, drew with United away, and picked up a draw, home draw against Arsenal. But it's
and it could have been a win. It could have been a win against Arsenal.
Well, but we were up against United and Arsenal. Like
Crazy. Yeah, I watched both of those things, and I'm like, well, still great points, but like that's the next step, right? It's like, can you get the 3 and not the 1? Yeah. We need you to do
those
that.
are drop points, which you have to love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next season, I think they'll be able to do that for sure. Yeah. Brighton are going to be a tough team to play. And shout out to She-Goals for, they always have them on and always fantastic.
Yeah. Joe from IBM Assess produces their pod. He works.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and I've had Albion. I've had a couple of those guys from there on a few times. Yeah, good people. Yeah. The Brighton family all knowing each other. That's nice. That's nice.
Small world.
It is a very small world, but do not ask how the City content family is. For the most part, it's good. For the most part.
Big is complicated, man. Big is complicated.
Big is complicated.
There's plenty of room on the Brighton bandwagon, though.
Next to my own, I'll have the best badge in my opinion. Okay, like in the entirety of the league, like I freaking love the Brighton badge. It's so freaking awesome. It's just iconic.
It's very clean.
As someone who used to grow up going to the Jersey Shore,
I like it too.
I don't know if I could love seagulls like that, but it's such a good badge.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you have some horror stories of the seagulls.
War stories.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I are you just joining the bit now? Like what is going on, Baz? Like what is I remember the first time I went to Chicago when I was like a teenager and I saw a bunch of pigeons and you do what all shit kids do and you run at them and you try to go and they legitimately just looked at me and they're like, the fuck are you doing, bro? And then they just went back to like walking. my brain exploded. I was like, what? They're not even scared of us? Oh man.
They know no fear anymore.
No, not at all. They know, hey, you tap one of us, we're all fucking you up, and I do not want that. So respect. Again,
there's some fun topics here. I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the doc for the first time.
Nice. Are you?
That's a good one. Can we have a moment to discuss Rangers being in the mud? Because I love that.
Yeah.
Go.
If we're talking about hearts, you got to say that Rangers are in the mud.
I'm sure.
The result this past week. They've come from way back to give their new manager credit. He's dug them out of a huge hole, put them back in contention after a Russell Martin fiasco, put them in a huge hole. So they dug out, but it was a huge win. Hearts rallied this weekend for the full 3 points, which was massive after being down 1-0. But no, I'm here for it. Hopefully we can hold off Celtic as well. Okay.
I'm confused. Why is there a premiership and a championship group? What's the difference?
Oh, they split. So at a certain point left in the season, they split into top 6 and bottom 6, and they only play those teams the rest of the way.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So the last 5 matches are against the teams that you're competing with for the title.
It's like grands and minors, sort of like. Oh,
yeah.
There's a comedian on Instagram who like has all these videos that talked about like different leagues and like, hey, like, have you heard what happens over here in Scotland? Like, what are you talking about? And like, I saw one of those. I was like, wait, what? But I love it though because now like every match is like pivotal. Like a big 6 is a big 6. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Belgium does something similar.
We know. Really cool. We know. We're aware of the difference between city men's and women's finances, for sure.
Well, here's the thing. No. I'm gonna stop that. Right. I'm done with credit. I want performance. Like I don't care where he was born. I don't care he came through the academy. I care about talk to me in the last 2 to 3 seasons. What has Phil Foden done? He's had 2 very mediocre seasons, and he got an extension. He still had a contract. He wasn't going to leave this summer. So what I want as a supporter is I want everybody to be treated the same. You have to earn your contract. I believe that like when you're the best in the world, what you do, you have 3 golden boots. You led a team to the first title in 10 years, first WSL title in 10 years. You deserve the market to set the market. And it becomes very anti-worker if you believe that the club should say, no, don't pay her what she's worth. And another club is willing to pay it, who is your direct rival. And like Tarek said, right, like we just took them off a 6-year streak. You're basically handing them another catalyst to another 6-year streak. Even if Bunny Shaw only plays 3 years, like that's amazing.
And that's also why comparing or tossing in the Phil Foden of it all, people already have all these excuses and reasons why Bunny is leaving and why the fault is on Bunny. I'm very much with you where it is very weird that we are watching a lot of people side with the corporation. Like that like siding with the corporation in 2026 is crazy. Like you telling someone to not get what they are worth, especially when like you talk about credit. What has she done the last 4 seasons? Like there's no one better. So like when you talk about credit, she should have it. Like, and so it's you can use it,
like
a
if
reason.
Sam Kerr were the best person in the league or something, or like led someone to it. Like if Sam Kerr did the same thing in this exact position and led Chelsea to the first trophy and whatever, she would be able to have her pick of wherever she goes, and it would be zero question. Like I'm looking at it from that perspective too. Like if we put anyone else in that position that has done that in the last couple of years, then you can make that comparison. Why isn't Bunny getting the same treatment?
Yeah. No, it's just people feel the way that they feel about her. It's the difference where, yeah, I've seen so many people be like, she could have took the deal that she was given, and it's like, yeah, so you want her to take, like, why are we asking the player to be loyal when the club doesn't have to be? So like
I'm never gonna go on any worker to take less than what they're worth. When a club, if somebody, like for your job, me as a teacher, if they were to say, hey, you can move to New York again and go make 150,000, and I don't make 150,000 now, I'm not even close, I would say goodbye, DC, love you, bye. Like I'm gonna go where I'm valued. I'm not just gonna stick around and say, oh, my loyalty. Like, no, I don't need that pay rise. I don't want to help my family. I don't want to change generational wealth for me and my family with $1 million a year salary. Who knows what that could do, right? But no, stay here. Take 800. Yeah. Take 800. Take 750. What? Like, no, like you pay your best players what they're worth. You figure out other things. You get a new brand deal. You play more games at the Etihad and bring in revenue because that's an option. They only played 2 last year at the Etihad, where you got Chelsea and Arsenal. Well, Arsenal play every match at the Emirates, and you got Chelsea about to start playing every match at Stamford Bridge. Like, don't tell me there aren't ways to make money when we literally print money from a sovereign wealth fund. Like, we are funded by Abu Dhabi. Like, this is not like we're pinching pennies over here. Like, I'm done with excuses. Like, I don't want to hear why we shouldn't have kept the best player in the world. And when she comes to Chelsea and scores a hat trick on us, now we know. Like, we can go back to this day.
Yeah. And this is what do you mean faults on both sides? Where did Bunny fault? Like that's what I'm talking about. The blame goes on the player. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I mean, that is reminiscent to me of language around NIL in college sports.
Yes.
And expecting, athletes to be loyal to schools when coaches leave. And, why do they need to be compensated? Well, because the schools profit massively off them. And why should they be, loyal if they think they can get a better opportunity, more playing time or more money or whatever somewhere else? They probably shouldn't. Because, though they're not yet professional athletes, they're getting paid. And to Charlie's point, like, why wouldn't you seek a better opportunity for you and your family, given especially that, the time span in which you can make that kind of money is limited.
Right. And this is just small club mentality from City.
Yeah. Martin, we understand the difference. We understand the difference so much. We're calling out the difference. We're saying the difference is silly. We're saying that needs to be changed. That is what we're saying. We get the difference between the clubs.
But if you want City to win, then you go pay what you want.
They have the same aspirations as Chelsea, and paying Bunny Shaw what she is worth is not going to destroy everything. Like, if you look at City men's payroll at the moment, it's getting quite out of hand. like they
in the best way.
In the best, like it. let these people get paid. And again, like why are the individual people like us pocket watching for a corporation? It's insane.
And this is no offense to Natty or Dagan as supporters of smaller clubs, but like here's the comparison on the men's side. I would not expect Brighton and Aston Villa to have the same aspirations as City or Arsenal because they don't have the same pay, right? Like anything you do is you're batting above your scales because you don't have the same ability to pay players. It's just not there, right? Whereas like on the women's side, why are we accepting that the City women want to stay lower? Why can't they go compete with Chelsea? Why don't we want to have dominance on both sides of the club? And so I think part of this is like, if you love women's football, you just want to see your women be the best team possible. I don't care what Chelsea's plays, great for them. And Blue Coat's a piece of shit ran by Americans. I want to see us be a piece of shit ran by people from Abu Dhabi and just go pay the money. Like, just go pay them. I don't care how you do it. Figure it out. Sell a hotel if you got to. Like, do what you got to do.
And Bunny can be an exception. You can pay Bunny the money and people will be like, yeah, that holds up. That doesn't mean that you have to then go and give every other player on the roster a raise because you gave Bunny Shaw a raise. Like, athletes understand there's hierarchy. Like everybody knows the vibes. Like, people will understand, like it, and the people who don't can then leave the club. And also, like, there's so much more to it because yes, but money is going up and they offer money in comparison to what the women's team brings in. So offering Bunny more money slightly, like it's a few extra $1,000 a week. like again, you're talking about the difference in money. Yes, it's a few $1,000s a week. You can make that in, do a couple more games at the Etihad, do a new colorway with Bunny. Like, there are ways for you to make up the money. Like, the money isn't the problem. It's just City decided that we have a way, and it doesn't matter if you have a generational talent. Literally will be probably at Chelsea now. Like, will be WSL's all-time leading scorer. Bunny Shaw is in the top 12 Man City all-time goal scorers, men and women. And they have decided to let that go. It's what it represents. It's what it says as a serious or unserious side. Again, I feel like a lot of people are talking about this from like this very thin, like we're deep in women's football. We are talking about it from a multi-layered aspect. Like if you want to just talk about the difference in between the men's and women's game, sure, we can. But like, let's talk about the idea of bringing Beth Mead. Like, what does that represent? Obviously, the whole like colorism of it. You know, like, why doesn't City want to try to take a bigger step of Chelsea? Like, there are real conversations that can come from this, but just people want to get stuck on, well, she didn't want to take the less money. Like, we just get so stuck on the little closest fruit.
Well, I mean, that is a true statement, right? But I wouldn't expect her to. So I think that's a fair statement. Hey, we offered her this. She said no, and that's fair. At the end of the day, if you made your best offer and this is as high as you willing to go, then that was you saying, I would rather her leave than to go. And what I don't know, like on the men's side, we know about PSR. We know about all these rules that come into play. I don't know what the financial aspects for women's football is. I really don't. So I don't know if there's something that is like technically or, you know, from a rule perspective, preventing them from going higher or whatever. The reality is that they're not. So, you know, at the end of the day, the club has made a choice. We're not going to go above this number, or we can't go above this number, or whatever. However it came to be, this is where they landed. And Bunny, to her credit, has said, I'm backing myself and I'm going to go and take what is on the table. And I don't think she should have to take less just to make Manchester City feel good or to make them look good or to say, well, in order to stay, I'm going to take this huge pay cut. No, or it's not a pay cut because it's what she's making now. But it was a pay cut on what the offer on the table is. So I don't think that at the end of the day, we're disappointed because we've had this player in our team and we want to see her be here for life, right? We wanted to see her retire. And I think she wanted to retire, but not at the expense of being able to provide for herself, her family, whatever that looks like, right? And I don't think she should. So at the end of the day, we're frustrated, we're angry, we're disappointed. And that's probably never going to change. But at the end of the day, big ups to Bunny. Go get your money. Have a good time. City, this is your choice. And if you live with the results of this, because if it turns people off, if it does whatever, you have to just be okay with that. Because we said either we're not going to or we can't. It is what it is. So, at the end of the day, what I'll say at the end of the day, big up Bunny Shaw. Go get your money.
Yes. In the end, it's that for sure. Yeah, it's just a lot of this conversation has been just excuses as to why City have either chose or cannot pay Buddy Shaw what she's wants, and I just didn't think I knew so many people who just not necessarily like quitters, but so many like negative like people who are just like okay with the minimum. Like it's just like, oh,
I mean, it's a value proposition, right? At the end of the day, City does not appear to value women's football the way that we do. That's just bottom line. Because if they did, they would make every decision to make sure she didn't leave, because they literally are just wrapping up winning a trophy, and then the very next day we're hearing, which we knew it was probably decided before yesterday.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
But once they won the trophy, then it was like whatever. So at the end of the day, City feel like we want to win women's football, but only to a certain extent.
Tarek hasn't said anything too off of what we have said, Martin.
And at the beginning, as far as comparing Phil to Bunny, that is
past that.
Yeah. That's definitely different because again,
yeah.
but yeah, at the end of the day,
I don't know why it's being brought back up.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the club has decided that
I'm comparing them solely on vibes and by that I mean Bunny is great and I don't like Phil Foden.
Yeah, but for Phil, I mean, again, this is a club.
He's a
club.
make,
club
so
has the club has decided that Phil Foden is the face of Manchester City. Now, again, he's maybe not the biggest player because that's probably Holland or whoever, but they've decided that he is a Mancunian. He is an academy kid. He is the face. So Cole Palmer can leave. What's my guy? The right back. Rico Lewis. He's probably going to be gone. Everybody can go except for Phil. Phil is the face. So everybody else, now maybe Nico O'Reilly becomes in this conversation and they'll want to do, but everybody that was at the club in the academy, none of them have had this. And again, probably it's because Phil committed his career to Pep and was like, I'm willing to stay here and even be a bench player or a substitute when maybe I could be out on loan or I could do all these other things. So maybe that was a decision. And then it was like, we will always back you. I don't know why, but at the end of the day, he is the face of Manchester City as far as local players are concerned. So everybody else is cool. Holland, you got 10 years, so Holland is different. Everybody else, man, if Rodri doesn't sign his contract this year, they might push him out because you get something as opposed to nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's at the end of the day, we as fans, man, it's personal to us. It's we see the I don't even know what I want to call it. But at the end of the day, for a lot of people, man, it's a business, and we're seeing the business side of it, and that part sucks because you as a fan, it's not a business, it's a love, it's a joy, it's all this stuff. But man, at the end of the day, it is a business, and we're used to that in the U.S. in our sports. Man, players come, go, whatever. We're used to that, but we thought football was different. They told me this was a different sport. It was different. We have academies. We have people that were born and raised here. He's one of our own and all this. So we thought you get into this family, you never leave. Nah, it's not different. It's the same. It's still a business. And probably the more Americans we get into it, the more business is going to be.
Maybe my small club experience can lend some wisdom here. So much talk at Brighton, right? We're used to losing all of our best players every year. They go, and a part of it is because, and this is on repeat, we can't upset the wage structure. You hear it all the time. Our top players, again on the men's side, they're making, 80K to maybe 100K max. That's the top.
That's our academy kids.
Right. So what happens, right, when you get a João Pedro or John Paul Van Hecke or all these guys that, Caicedo, they want more, understandably. And in this situation, Chelsea's women's team, it looks like, is offering, double on average what City's women's team players are being offered. And the wage structure is both a financial issue and a clubhouse issue. Because as soon as you break the wage structure for one player, it becomes, well, why not me, to the second best player, the third best player, the fourth best player. And so I think there's a lot of consternation at smaller clubs where they know we can't pay everyone like that, or even close to everyone like that. That once they make that big payment, they feel like, okay, everything changes now. We have said we're all in and we're willing to pay our top players at Chelsea level, as opposed to where City has been. If you want to be elite, everybody knows you've got to pay that. If you want to year in, year out, be top and keep those top players, it's what you have to do. But as I don't know, the story said, sort of, it's a small club kind of mentality with the women's team. I think you're probably right. I think that's probably what it is. But that's the reality that all of the non-big clubs deal with on the men's side too. Numbers are much higher. So for whatever that's worth, that's my outside perspective.
No, it's a very solid one. No,
that was beautiful said. That was perfect.
Yeah. Wage structure is a very much a thing on a lot of, and what's funny is we were talking about that with the men's side, and like that's why I even brought it up, because I look at it, and that's also why Phil had to get a raise, because he has been around for as long as he has, and Reinders, Marmouche, like there are all these new players who just got there and they're all making more than him. And it's just like, that's not okay, right? So it's
like, Charlie, you're in it in DC with your teachers, but if you looked at the guy next door and all of a sudden they're like, you know what, he's really special, we're gonna pay him double what you're making. Like, whoa, wait, what? He's twice as good as me? He's worth, like, you put it in those terms, and these women are not paid crazy sums of money.
Not at all.
The amount of money they're making when they're looking at the person next to them in the lineup and they're making double or triple, like that's naturally going to cause some rifts in the squad.
Yeah, but these clubs also do much more. They're always doing collaborations with companies, and they're putting out new outfits and kits, and they are making a concerted effort to profit their team, to market their team. City haven't done that. So like, again, I understand what you're saying, but like it all still falls on to what Man City aren't doing as a club. And because they aren't doing these things, they can then say to a player, oh, I am sorry, we cannot pay you. And we want them to do better. That's all we're asking, Martin. We're not, and you can love a club and also be like, they can do better. And like, that is what this whole conversation, like on social media, not here, just like it's people wanting more from the club. They have the aspirations of Champions League and winning the league, but a lot of their actions doesn't represent that, and that's why it's super frustrating.
And it's kind of like this, right? Like this is where, and I'm not calling Martin a sexist or anybody. I'm just saying, like, in general, the way sexism happens is that you accept one thing on the men's side where like, hey, we have to push for greatness. But on the women's side, you don't want the same thing, or you say excuses as to why it can't happen or it shouldn't happen or it can't. Like, no, like if you want equality, which is greatness across both sides, go be great. Like City's not poor. Like there is no poverty. There is no salary cap like NWSL. Go figure it out. You have a bunch of brilliant minds in that city football in that club. Go at the Etihad. Go make it happen. Like you can do it.
Yeah, and again, that's all we're saying is City. Yeah, City
often,
can do better, and like that's all. Like there's a way to find a way around it. Like City are a very brilliant side, and a lot of the money that they have to pay for the women, like that gets just like it's almost like a tax write-off for them. Like there is a certain amount that they can spend that doesn't count towards PSR at all. So like again, it's also an extra $5,000-6,000 a week. Like, and that's what the like you're saying City can't afford. They can afford an extra $6,000 a week. They can.
Yeah. Actions definitely speak louder than words.
Yes.
And also like the lack of the action. Like, and I'm just saying that from like my side, and like I love my clubs, obviously, like in every league that I choose to follow. Like I love Villa, but I am so keenly aware at how little they're doing to promote their women's side. Like I see it. Like we are aspiring for like the Europa League conference finals now. And, we're pushing for all of this, like, hardware, trophies, greatness on like the men's side. Where is that consideration on the women's side? Like all of our stars that we had, have been leaving. We've had a lot of turnover in the past couple of years. And like we've also Villa women's side also ended up like selling the team, or they sold something along the lines, like they sold some rights or something along the lines on the women's side to like help with like the financial issues that were going on with PSR on the men's side. Like it's just like a wild, lack of consideration. And like me as someone who loves, women's soccer, I love Gotham. They're the first team that I've ever had tattooed on my body to this date. Like it's very that like, but like that's because I know that they consider it, and we have a GM like Yael who like goes the extra mile, has been a player, and can also just like make a testament to like, hey, I know that what we can achieve, and this is what I want to go for. I don't see that ambition on the women's side for Villa, and it like I will be the biggest critique of my own club when I have to. Like it's not perfect, and I know we could be better. Like I know that it can be better even on a club's side like Man City.
Yeah, and like she points out, Aston Villa, like City aren't the only team that their fan base is wants more from them. Like our friend Lauren was saying that about Tottenham last season. I remember Wolves last season, they didn't even fill out the paper for their team to get promoted in case they got there, and they did get there and they couldn't get promoted. Turns out this season they did fill out the paperwork and they are about to get promoted to the WSL 2, I believe. So like, yeah, trust me, we're aware of the seismic opportunity gap between the men's and women's game. We are very aware of it. Very, very, very aware of it. Transfers. Let's talk about that because I am interested in Aston Villa. You talk about their pay and they don't have much money to use, and with the changing of the way of the finance from we're leaving PSR, and this new way is kind of built off of you can spend a percentage of what the club brings in themselves, which is why all the teams are building like restaurants and hotels and stuff on the stadium space, because and they're throwing all these concerts and stuff because all that counts towards the new financial wage structure. Yeah. So I don't know if Aston Villa is doing that. I also know the Midlands isn't popping like that. I mean, Birmingham's Birmingham, so I don't want to hate on them.
So here's the thing. Villa Park is doing like their renovations right now, but that's mostly because they're going to be a stadium that is hosting for UEFA, I believe.
Nice.
I think, and then like for Euros, I think UK is doing the Euros this next time around, something like that. They're doing a big competition. No one quote me on whether or not that's correct, but they are doing a big competition. And so they have been like they've taken some of the North Stand. They're currently renovating. putting in more seats and trying to up the capacity a little bit. So I mean, as far as things go, like the fan base itself is very healthy. Like I think in terms of PSR itself, like clearly we've been Unai has been working wonders already. I trust him as a person who like knows how to cultivate talent and also knows how to bring in talent. I think we have the ability to bring in sort of like Unai is that person who will like take raw talent and mold it into something like he's done with, like your Morgan Rogers. He's taken someone who was, like Yuri Tillemans, probably one of my favorite Villa players right now, who like has been such a cornerstone for the Belgium national team, and kind of gave him like this new life as like the engine to this like Villa midfield. And so like I think he can do that with the players that he has. I think he can do that with new players that he brings in. Do I think we're going to see some interesting turnover in the summer transfer window? Yeah. Do I think it's a real possibility that someone like Morgan Rogers gets traded and sold to another team to help bring down the PSR and to help buffer some of the wages in favor of someone like trying to bring down wages on one end in order to like bring something else in? I could see something like that happening. Do I want it? No. Obviously, like I love Morgan Rogers. Just in general, like I love more like all of our team, but like there's going to be some movement, and I'm just trying to prepare myself for it right now, I think.
I'm looking at your team. Well, like Martinez was supposed to leave like 3 seasons ago, but nobody wants him, so that's why he keeps just staying. I mean, he
was rumored to go to Man United.
Yeah, and I'm even like looking at the squad. I was like, freaking McGinn, his playing style, like bro can play till he's like 40. Ollie Watkins is 30. That's kind of crazy. Like that, it's just, I forgot you still have Tammy Abraham too. Goodness gracious, what is this team? Like I feel like I'm looking at some of these names and it's like, is this fucking FC 26? Like what is happening? Yeah, Morgan Rogers 23. Like he's so young to just like you have to get rid of him because he will bring the biggest fee. Like I understand that part, but it's just he
would bring one of the bigger fees. I think we offload like quick list. Like I think we offload Bailey for sure. I think he needs to get off of our books. He had his wonder season with us. I love him very dearly, but he just has not produced the same way anymore. He's got to get out of there. Like I think we maybe move on from Ross Barkley. I think we start giving Tammy Abraham more looks, so he starts competing more with Ollie Watkins up top. He was also a player that was with our system and then came back. Like, he started with us, came back. That's also a huge testament to how we've kind of grown as a club and also grown as like a destination even, like you're coming from other leagues and you're coming back and you're like, I miss Villa Park. Like Douglas Luiz went from Villa to Juventus to Nottingham Forest and then back to Villa again because we needed more midfielders. And he's same thing, like we're places that players want to be. And like, that's amazing. We have to also like get our hardware and get to a place where we can start spending more to really have those ambitions set in stone. So.
Yeah. Brighton, how are things looking at Brighton? What 3 players are you guys selling for $450 million?
The usual suspects are named here. The expectation is probably that Baleba will leave this summer. The United links remain strong. The asking price versus the selling point, I think is going to be interesting. He has not had a great year. His head was turned. I think he kind of lost his way, and I think he wanted to go. Everything happened so late in the summer. We weren't ready to let him go for less than the max valuation, so he didn't make a move. And
Dagan, real quick, were injuries a problem for him, or was it just like mental? You think?
A mild amount of both, but I think mostly it was he wasn't in the right headspace. He just looked a shell of himself in terms of his body language and personality on the pitch. You just saw a guy who looked like he was going through the motions. And yeah, it was really odd. There was like a heartfelt letter that came out online from a Cameroonian journalist that was sort of like encouraging him to get back to his self. That like it was clear he had like lost himself in his way of playing as all this news came about. So I expect he'll get that move this summer. I think he is having a strong finish to the season thus far, but I just don't expect that he'll stay. I've heard enough rumors about likely replacements. We've been linked to a few center midfielders that I think Kale Uranke, Nathan the Cat, or
Calvin Phillips.
No,
He's available.
no, run away.
Just rude, Crunk. Just rude.
No, I'm trying to help him.
He's tried his hand at a fair few Premier League clubs already.
I'm trying to help Calvin Phillips find a home.
And the other one that I think Brighton fans, sadly expect to make a move is John Paul Van Hecke. His contract ends in 2027, and there's been work to renegotiate. I think the big question mark is if Villa finishes 5th and we slide into that 6th spot and get Champions League, all of a sudden we have more money to pay guys a little bit more, and maybe guys say, "Hey, let's stay for the ride." So I think that's the one thing that we might see some surprising guys stay another year. Matoma is the ongoing question. He's a little bit older, similar contract line, but it seems like he's probably more apt to be willing to negotiate with us. He strikes me as a guy who could stay forever, but he's such a talent. And, part of me wonders whether he just wants to play Champions League football. And if he doesn't feel like he can get it at Brighton, will he get it somewhere? But again, I mean, there was a pile of money offered to us by one of the Saudi clubs for him, and we didn't want it, and neither did he. So it was clear he's not chasing the dollar signs. But
that Saudi heat on that skin, he would be dead.
But yeah, those are the three that I most the one I fear and hope will stay with us another year is Kadioglu. Super under the radar, but he's our player of the season for me by a mile. Super duper.
What about Menta?
He is super talented. He's very raw. I think he's a frustrating player. Could he go? Yes. I think the contract is long enough and his value hasn't increased enough that we would get a fee that we would like for him.
No, he's not going anywhere. 2029. Yeah. He's he signed a cash money contract.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So unless somebody comes and throws, $70 million at our feet, which is, way over valuation for him, I don't see him going anywhere. And also, I'm not sure he would have the same opportunities because he's exciting and it's fun to watch, but the end product, both in distribution and in finishing, is not all the way there yet.
I was about to say, who I was thinking of too is because I have Welbeck on my fantasy roster. You think he sticks around?
Oh yeah. He's not getting the opportunity he has to start week in, week out, I think, in many other places. So,
man, Welbeck.
Charlie's on the exact same wavelength as I was. Danny Welbeck.
I don't know. He's in the conversation. A lot of Brighton fans are talking right now about the guy who definitely feel like does get a statue is Pascal Gross. He has come back and turned the season around. It's amazing to watch a guy that slow completely change the complexion of a season and a team. But his movement, I mean, just if you're a young player who feels like you're athletically not gifted and you want to figure out how to make your way in the sport, go watch Pascal Gross move without the ball, because the space he creates for other people is just it seems like, oh, big deal, he's just moving around. You watch the movement happen after his movements, and it's just beautiful, and it's what's unlocked.
It's like an Ollie Watkins. You got to run the channels and create the space. Yeah.
But Ollie actually runs. Pascal is like at a trot at his top speed. Often he's the one who's pointing at someone else to go run. Run right over there.
Catch up to that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Look over there.
Easy for him to say. Easy for him to say.
But again, alongside someone like Baleba who can actually make that tracking back happen, he's just a perfect partner.
Yeah, that's fair. The idea of Trafford going to Aston Villa kills me, and I know he's going to leave, but like I feel like Sharpie. Oh yeah, Sharpie, you were the one who sent that into the Slack chat about Donnarumma. 40% of the goals he has given up have been from corners.
That Italian fraud. This is like if you ever saw the movie The Italian Job.
Yeah.
Right, with Mark Wahlberg back in the day. I feel like he's running a job on this. Where like he looks the part, but the stats do not back up the fact that you're 6'5", 6'6", with a 6'10" wingspan, and yet you can't stop corners. You can't catch the ball. Like it's actually infuriating. I detest Donnarumma. I would sell him for nothing if we got to keep James Trafford. We're gonna lose Trafford, and it's gonna hurt me.
Generational.
Like the same.
Yep.
Yeah, he's England's number one. We all know it. He's gonna be there in the next World Cup, guaranteed. Wherever he goes, he's England's number one after T-Rex leaves. Like it's ridiculous, man. Like I hate Donnarumma.
Oh,
that's great.
T-Rex is nasty.
It's all right. Well, before we get out of here, Steven, I wanted to ask you, like, what are you hoping City can bring in? Are you an Anderson guy? Yes to Anderson?
I guess. I mean, he does the most in the midfield. I mean, I'm more on the guys we're jettisoning out. I mean, get Savinho the hell away from my team. If that guy never steps foot on the pitch again, it's too soon. Every time he touches the ball, it just goes the wrong way. Same thing with what's his name? Oh, I'm blanking now. That's how much I loathe the guy.
Are you gonna say Marmoush?
I was. It's gonna break my heart when Marmoush gets sold, and I think he's gonna get sold this offseason, just because he doesn't get on the pitch enough and doesn't get enough of an opportunity. He doesn't get enough of a run.
Yeah, he deserves more playing time.
Reinders, get Reinders out of there. Reinders is like a positionless player, and he just can't find a spot to be successful at. Like we want him to be Gundogan and go between the three midfield positions, and he just can't be successful at any of the three positions. And like you, Charlie, my heart's gonna break when Trafford gets sold, because I think Donnarumma, I like him, but there's something stinks there.
Oh yeah, something stinks for sure.
Agreed. Damn, the Reinders thing. I think it's his first season,
and I'm Italian.
Actually been better than
I'm Italian, and something stinks there.
He's been better than Gundo and Gundo's first season. Like I see Reinders like popping off in the second season jump if Pep stays. But I get it. Hey, we all have our players.
So you remember the preseason game against Palermo? He scored 2 quick goals, and then he had in stoppage time, he came up, he put a move on the last defender, and then like he went to do like a little spin around the keeper and then went wide of the net for the hat trick. I'm like, that's a sign of something. I don't know what, but it's a sign of something. And I didn't know if it was going to be for him or for the whole season, but it was a sign of something.
Bro was in Sicily, man. Can't give him a break, you know?
You know what? This is what we come for the live stream for. Let off your takes, get off your feelings. Right. And I love that. We all have our favorites on the club. Like, again, I wanted Phil Foden to not get a new contract. And so I get it. We all have our hot takes. And that's what it's about.
Phil Foden, the new Bernardo Silva.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Every time Reinders kicks the ball 10 yards over the net, I yell, sell him at the pub. Because every time he touches the ball, I'm like, sell him.
They are really bad shots.
And that's our ongoing joke at the pub.
But he's getting in the promotions. He's getting in positions. He's making the runs. He has the legs.
He's getting in the space.
He has a great smile.
He does have a great
smile. And a great number.
Yijian Leon looked great against a chair, too.
Oh, my God.
That is a great reference. And if you don't watch the NBA, you don't know that, but that's good. He did look good against a chair. That is true. Talk to the Milwaukee Bucks. Damn. Good shot, Steve.
Deep cut for sure. I'm here for the NBA deep cut.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's
But
something.
But all right, we will get out of here. This was a wonderful show. Always a great time. Thank you, Dagan,
Yeah.
Stephen, and Nati. Nati, we'll start with you. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
Absolutely. You can find me on most social media sites at natalie.b.lazo, or all one word. And I also have a website, natalieblazo.com. You can see all of my graphic design and even some of my TIFO and supporters group work that I do on the side for ESC/Cloud9. And you can catch me at any Gotham or Red Bulls games. And yeah, come say hi.
Does he not though? He does though. Every single time he misses a shot, they cut to him and he's just like, ah.
Darn.
Oh, I'm so silly.
Charlie, what's the dog's name?
So this is Khaki. This is my roommate's dog. This is not my dog. He just loves me and loves camera time. And Khaki always shows up in the stream.
Can we get his his socials out there too? Does he have socials?
He does have a TikTok. What's Khaki's TikTok? Instagram. What is it? Khaki Doodle Do on Instagram. Khaki Doodle Do.
This is
there you go.
This is great.
There you go.
I'm
sorry to interrupt. There we go.
No,
that's great.
Never apologize. Oh my gosh.
That might be the highlight of the pod, I think.
Honestly, we're a big fan when Khaki shows up. I mean, you have it in there, but once the stream goes live, I'm not sure if the names pop up. So
yeah,
go ahead and plug yourself. Let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter, Blue Sky, not much on Instagram, but it's there. BHA Fan USA. You can also catch me on Albion Obsessed. Everyone's favorite Brighton podcast. It's actually listening to Brighton podcast. That's where I am, having fun on assorted podcasting spaces throughout football. Which is really weird because if you told me 4 years ago when I wasn't following the sport that would be a thing, I wouldn't have believed you. But here I am, geeking out.
Here you are. Shout out to you. Of course, Steven.
You can find me at the Kettle Black. I run Man City Phoenix here out in Phoenix. Next week for the FA Cup final, we're giving away 2 trips to Manchester.
Hey.
And we were named one of Men in Black's 10 best soccer bars in America. So come on out.
How do I get to be eligible for this?
Men in Blazers, you mean?
No, Men in Black. That was
Men in Blazers, yes. No, Men in Black is better.
Also, Will Smith and Tommy Lee.
I was going to say, Men in Black is what's up?
I was like, do you know aliens?
We got a pug, though. We got a pug.
There you go. There you go.
I just want to be eligible for this drawing for tickets to Manchester. How do I do that?
You got to be a Man City Phoenix member. Membership opens Labor Day, Memorial Day.
I'll send you my dues, man. How much is it?
$20 this year. Follow me, Man City Phoenix, on all the socials.
$20 for a chance to go to get a trip to Manchester. That's a raffle, basically.
Yep. Basically,
man.
Yeah. Last year, our winner had 1 ticket in the pot.
Oh wow! That's what's up. That was perfect.
That's cool.
How many people do you get? How many members do you guys have?
This year was our first year with 100 members.
Wow!
So we're doing jerseys, we're doing scarves, we're going nuts.
That's awesome.
We're doing shades. We stole that idea from Hollywood. Shout out Bernadette. Shout out Amy. Shout out Kate. Shout out Omar. Shout out everybody in Hollywood.
Yeah, let's go. Love it. All right. This was a wonderful show. Next week, I believe we have on the homie Duck. Oh man, it's gonna be so good to connect with him. He is our city supporter coming through, and the rescheduling of Joe Ukello. I will learn how to say his name when he gets here next week. And he is, I want to to say he supports Newcastle. I feel like he supports a couple of clubs. And then third, I believe it's going to be Fletcher. Fletcher's going to come through. Speaking of Detroit, shout out Detroit. He's going to come on. He's 2 more lit streams before the end of the season. We are almost done and through our final show. It's going to be a fun one. We got the homie Death Waits. He is our city fan. He has a really great metal band. So check them out. And then Eric Wall's coming through. It'll be good to connect with him. And then Liv Mason coming on for the second time. So those are our next couple of shows for until the end of the season. The season's over. And then, there'll be some World Cup stuff coming on. All right, everybody. Until next, we'll be here for City women and men this weekend. We got FA Cup to keep moving on and Brentford to beat down on, hopefully.
Let's make it happen, baby. 6 points.
Let's go. You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang.